Well, it's 1 p.m. And I'm just in the trailer making sure it looks clean. I don't see any moisture on the walls or on the chute. So what I'm going to do now is close the doors and pre-cool the trailer. Well, as you saw, I'm pre-cooling the trailer right now. Set the temp to 34 degrees. Box temp is 75. It's 2.5 hours before my scheduled appointment, so I should have no problem getting the trailer pre-cooled. I think what I'm going to do right now is try and get in like an hour nap. Maybe an hour and 10 minutes. And then I'm going to get up, do my pre-trip, and go and pick up my next load. Well, it took 27 minutes for the box temperature to go from 75 to 32 with the reefer set at 33 degrees. Now it is set on start and stop, so it'll fluctuate between 5 degrees. So I just got off the phone with the shipper. My load is already picked, and even though my appointment's at 3:30, they said if I come now that there was a 1:30 appointment that they're already loading now, and there isn't anyone scheduled in front of me. So I'm gonna head to the shipper right now. GPS says it's gonna take me 15 minutes to get there, which means I will arrive at, we'll say 2:20 for a 3:30 appointment. Well, the product's ready. They told me to come here to pick it up, so that's what I did. And now it's hurry up and wait. I've been sitting in my truck about 15 minutes waiting for a phone call to get one of these doors. I do see this guy leaving and another US Foods truck that's going to pull out. So maybe they'll call me and give me one of those doors. Otherwise, it's hurry up and wait. Well, I got a dock door here at Lineage, dock door number 23. They already came and put a lock on my airline, and he said he'd get me loaded quick, so hopefully that's the case. Well, it's 4:20 p.m. I am finally loaded. I'm gonna slide my axles, and then I'm gonna call the broker. Anytime you have a discrepancy in the temperature on the rate con, and then when you get your BOLs, call the broker just to make sure that you're running it at the right temperature the customer wants it at. And that's the problem I have right here. My Raycon says 34 to 40 degrees. My BOL says 28 degrees to 30 degrees. So I'm gonna give the broker a call real quick. Well, I did get a hold of the broker. The broker said go ahead and run it on 28, start and stop. So that is what I'm gonna do. I have a delivery Thursday morning at 3 a.m. in Winchester, Virginia. Well, Fort Royal, Virginia, down by Winchester. So I'm gonna do some trailer trucking now. We'll catch you all later. I'm gonna try my luck at a rest area here in Ohio off of 70. I doubt I'm gonna have anywhere to park. Probably gonna have to keep on trailer trucking. Well, good morning. It is 12:30, 12:40 now probably, a.m. I just got done doing my post trip. I made it to TA in London, Ohio, and believe it or not, I found a spot, a reserved spot that I parked in, went in to go pay, and they told me after 11 o'clock you don't have to pay for a reserved spot. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I asked him, I go, well, that doesn't make any sense. And he goes, well, corporate rules are after 11 o'clock, we can't knock on the doors and have people move whether they paid for the spot or not. The fact that I'm that reefer guy, I paid for the spot anyways because I know what it's like when I pay for a spot and I show up to a truck stop and they don't have a spot for me. I had never heard that rule about TA doesn't knock on doors after 11 o'clock. I just don't think they patrol this lot that simple because I've been at TAs and Petros before where they move people at all hours of the day and night. So, yeah, I'm glad I found this spot. I stopped about, I don't know, 15, 16 miles to the west of where I am now at a rest area, and that place was packed. And I don't like parking behind trucks just in case for some reason somebody wakes up in the morning and for some reason goes into reverse and backs into me. Plus, I think it makes it harder for the trucks that are just driving through the rest area and might pull off to the side and run in and take a pee. So I chose to keep on driving, and like I said, I made it to this TA. There is still a couple of reserved spots that are open. But yeah, I paid $20 and might not have had to, but I think like ethically, like I said earlier, like I know how frustrating it is to pay for a parking spot and not have it be there when I show up. So $20 to be able to go to bed and like have a clear conscience is okay with me. So this is where I'm going to sign off. I'll catch you tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Man, I slept so nice. I slept like 9.5 hours. That's abnormal for me. And then I woke up, took a really good shower, went and got my coffee. I figure you guys have seen me get my coffee enough. You don't need to see it again. Today's really going to be just trailer trucking. I have 406 miles to go before I reach my destination in Fort Royal, Virginia. I deliver tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. in Virginia. The place I'm delivering to does allow overnight parking, so I think I'm just going to head straight there. I'm going to make one stop, get some food, refill the cooler, and yeah, just drive there and sleep there tonight. So yeah, it's not going to be a very eventful vlogging day. It's just going to be me trailer trucking. 406 miles isn't a lot of miles. However, I'm taking the non-tollway, which means I do have to take Highway 68 for a little bit. And then I'm going to take another highway that I've never taken before, Highway 522. I can take that off of Highway 68 and head south instead of taking 68 all the way to like 81. So I don't think it's going to take a little while because 68 you can't travel super fast on because of the hill climbing. So yeah, it's not going to be a super eventful day, just me trailer trucking. Good afternoon. I just stopped here at the Loves in Cumberland, Maryland, and used my TBC Pro Driver fuel card to top my tanks off. It was $1.23 per savings using that TBC fuel card, TBC Pro Driver fuel card. I mean, The pump price was $4.44. I paid $3.26. I ended up saving like $75.25 or something like that on my topping my tanks off. But yeah, I'm still 100 miles away from where I need to be tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. Like I said earlier today, I'm going to take a different highway, a highway that I've never taken before, Highway 522 here off of Highway 68. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I want to give a shout out to the Maryland Highway Patrol. Bravo, guys. Bravo. There's some long downgrades, like 6% downgrades here, and there's all kinds of flashing lights and billboards, flashing billboards saying truck speed limit 45 miles an hour, and they were pulling trucks over left and right today for not obeying that speed limit in the downgrades. There's a reason why they have speed limits for commercial trucks on these downgrades out here on Highway 68. It's not only to protect your equipment and save your brakes, but it's to protect yourself and all the other pedestrians on the road. So I was going like 43 miles an hour, and I had a FedEx guy blow by me. He had to be doing 60. And about 10 miles down the road, he was pulled over getting a ticket. I probably saw 5 or 6 trucks pulled over on that stretch of 68 that has 6% downgrade for like 12, 13 miles. So thank you, Maryland Highway Patrol, for doing that. But anyways, I'm going to get back trailer trucking. If you don't already, check out TBC Pro Driver and look at their fuel card, man. It's got great fuel discounts. So I'm going to get back trailer trucking now. We'll talk to y'all later. So I stopped here earlier today at this Liberty truck stop in Cross Junction, Virginia. You saw in the previous clip there's a sign that says no overnight parking, but just look at all the trucks here. Whoa, they do allow overnight parking here. Their biggest concern is that we truck drivers don't leave any garbage or any pee bottles or anything like that on their property, and you also cannot drop a trailer. But I saw that sign when I got here this afternoon. I wanted to take a little bit of a break, and I went in and asked, hey, how long can I stay here? And they said, oh, you can park overnight, just make sure you don't leave the parking spot a mess. So it's currently 11:35 p.m. And I can't sleep, so I'm going to make the rest of the drive to the receiver. I was just going to spend the night here, but like I said, I stopped, I ate dinner, I talked to my wife, I watched a movie, and I can't fall asleep. So I'm just going to, I have like an hour left of the drive, so I'm going to finish that out and get to the receiver. Well, it's 12:45 a.m., and I'm already checked in here at Cisco, and they already gave me a door. My appointment's not until 3 a.m. So I need to find dock door A11, which I believe is right here. Yeah, so maybe I'll get unloaded very early, which might be good, because about 10 miles before I got here, my check engine light came on, and an alarm came on that said DPF system failure, service required immediately. And then my parked regen light started flashing. I have not tried to do a parked regen yet because I wanted to get here. Hopefully it'll go into park regen. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's probably a 7th injector again. I've never taken the 7th injector out in this truck and tried to clean it. I'll watch some videos. I know Cash is King's got a good video on a Freightliner 7th injector. This is a Mack though. So I do know where the 7th injector is. It looks like it's fairly simple. It's got a pressurized fuel line to it, with 2 bolts. So if I take the fuel line off and then take out the 2 bolts, I should be able to take out the 7th injector. Who knows though? It's always freaking something, man. Always freaking something. I have 2 trucks and it's always something. You could have 3 trucks, it's always going to be something, you know? Wait for the spotter to move here. They have the right of way. Well, 47 minutes later, and I'm sliding my tandems because I am unloaded. This is by far the best Cisco I have ever been to. They took me, let's see, 2.5 hours before my appointment and got me unloaded way before my appointment time. So, all in all, good run. I will break this down later on after I park. Yeah, thanks for following me along. All right, let's break down this load from Illinois to Virginia. The shipper was a Lineage in Bedford Park, Illinois. And for a Lineage, it was really quick. They did allow me to check in early, but they didn't load me early. I was out of there probably 45 minutes after my scheduled appointment, maybe an hour. I don't remember. I'm sure I said it in the beginning of this vlog. But for a Lineage, it was a very quick loading process. But let's talk about the receiver. I delivered to Fort Royal, Virginia Cisco, which isn't like a regular Cisco that loads their trucks and then they go out and make local deliveries. It is considered the East Coast Redistribution Center. So the place was freaking massive. They took me 2.5 hours early for my appointment. They also have overnight parking. And they unloaded me in like 48 minutes. It was a very quick unload process. Very easy load. It weighed 31,300 pounds. It ran at 28 degrees start and stop. Paid $288 a mile on a total of 725 loaded miles with a 4-mile deadhead. So all miles was $729. I paid $0 in tolls, even leaving Chicago. Yeah, it was a really easy load. I wouldn't mind doing this load more often, but I got lucky and found it on the load board. I gotta believe somebody does this lane, because it's a great load. But yeah, all in all, easy trip. So I don't know what else to say about it. Thanks for following me along on this vlog and on this delivery. So yeah, have a good evening, have a good night, have even a better morning. And until next time, you know what it is. Keep on trucking.